people to tune in there, you know. I did put it on my WhatsApp thing also.
Okay.
Yeah, but you must talk, man. Maybe you got something nice, man.
Hello, dear listeners of Agape FM. The time now is 3:15 p.m. and we are on the Encounter Me show, which usually is hosted by Yolanda Singh. But unfortunately, due to some other commitments, she is not available today. Nonetheless, here we are. And today's guest is none other than Nicholas Mangena.
Yeah.
Yes. How's it, man?
I'm alright, sir. How are you doing?
I'm good. It's good to have you.
Yeah, so pleasure to be here on the station, man, you know.
Awesome. Okay, cool. So we had a conversation just before we went on air, and we're gonna talk about some of those things, some of your passions, aspirations,
Yeah.
and some of the things that you'd like to achieve.
Yes,
But
sir.
before that, I would like to read your bio so that our guests, our listeners, can know who we are talking about. If you're new to Agape FM, please always tune in every day, Monday all the way to Saturday at 3 p.m. and we bring incredible guests. Monday to Wednesday, we have Agape's Top 10. And then Thursday to Saturday, we have Encounter Me with Yolanda Singh. So Nicholas Mangena, age 28, is from Port Elizabeth, Kabega Park, better known as G situation. We're going to talk about that. What is that? He grew up between Cape Town and Port Elizabeth. He attended primary school at Missionvale Primary and completed secondary school at Hillside High School. He is an independent filmmaker and YouTuber. Before his YouTube channel started, he was making music. He is still passionate about producing and making music, as he incorporates a lot of music in his YouTube videos. Nicholas started his own clothing brand in 2014. Wow, this is entrepreneur, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Called hashtag, that didn't really reach its full potential as he had envisioned it yet, and is currently staggering due to lack of resources. He moved back from Cape Town to Port Elizabeth in 2015 to study film and television broadcasting that was endorsed by Township Film Factory in partnership with Walter Sisulu University. He started out his YouTube channel known as G Situation that entails motivational videos, up and coming trends, and he addresses the questions that the youth have. Digital motivation is not only his platform, he also ventures out on innovations from churches and the community at large. In 2021, Nicholas started out doing a podcast called Situation. I guess that's a G situation.
Yeah, situation podcast.
Oh, Situation Podcast, which airs Monday to Thursday at exactly 1 p.m. on his YouTube channel, G Situation. He addresses a variety of things and questions that the majority of people feel intimidated to voice, and anything that will catch the public's ear to listen to. Nicholas thanks God for how far he has brought him, because without him, he would not have been able to achieve what he has. In his own words, I give God all the glory. His motto in life is hard work and consistency brings forth fruit, in quotes, success.
Yes, sir.
Wow, that's an incredible one, eh?
Yeah, that's all me. That's all me.
That's all you.
It's all me.
Cool. So please, take us to the very beginning. Well, how did you start out? Why? What drove you to actually start this?
How I started, it's like simple, like, I'm not gonna say, yeah, when I started, when it all started in Missionvale, when I lived in Missionvale, and like, so I listened to a song, like, it was like, I think it was in grade 9 or grade 8, so I listened to this music, this Afrikaans rap, so this guy said, yeah, in Afrikaans, I was young like my niece when I started to rap. So that line stuck in my head, and I kept I told myself, wait, no man, I'm also become a rapper because it's so easy to put words together, From there on, so we formed the group, me and my other two friends. It was first me and the other guy, his name is Nick.
Yeah.
So we used to make jokes, and say, okay, we are me and you against the world, Nick and Nicholas, So that's how we do it. Then we got another guy, his name is, they call him Box, I don't know his real name. So we call it BTG. So it is Box, Timen, and Garo. So people used to call me Garo because I was a guy also in the Texas while I was working.
Oh, what do you mean?
While I was in school.
Gotcha. What is that?
Like taxi guards,
All right.
On the taxis,
Okay.
But we used to call it a sliding door operator. or we call it a sliding door executive, you see, because you're working with the money. You see, that's what you do, you're working with the money. So at the end of the day, like, from there, I was, I can say, I was rebellious and all this stuff,
Yeah.
but that's much from high school. Went to so I worked in Texas full time for 2 years, and after that, no, my mother decided I must go back to Cape. I must go to Cape Town and start out there, And when I was in Cape Town, that's where the thing started. Nobody knew my name, so I was really into this rap thing. So I got to the corner of a shop around the house, so I started to rap for these guys, and they play this house music, but not house, I say. There's reggae beats and all the stuff. So what I did, Johnny,
Yeah.
I just came, I started to rap and all the guys. So I don't tell them my name is Nicholas and that. So the next day, this guy just called me rapper, Then suddenly, I thought, okay, now I'm going to go with the name rapper. Then people started calling me rapper. I myself, name and go with this name. There's no rapper with the name of a rapper. So I'm going to do it. You see? Like Big Claw, there's a guy, they call him Big Claw. I said, oh yeah, that's why I told myself, I'm going to be the best. I'm going to do it in my own way. You see, you gotta be the best in your own, how can I say, in your own lane. I didn't seek validation from no one or so on, because we as the youth, we have that thing in our mindset, like we need that validation from someone, because if we don't get that one yes, we're not sure if this thing is gonna succeed. There's also that one thing in life where it is, what did I say? How did I put it now? It's like, when you want to do something, that moment when, like, how can I say, we all have encounter something like that.
Yeah.
Maybe you want to jump over this water.
Yeah.
But that moment you doubt yourself is the same moment you should have jumped.
Yes.
You see,
Yeah.
You don't know what's waiting for you the other side. Now you scared. So I did it again. Then and it came to grade 10. In the room one day. So I was in the school, say a few weeks. So now I know how the school works, the corridors, where the classes are, the school building. I had it in my mind. I started to write this thing. I told myself, I'm a full book now. I first started to write 38 pages. Whole night I write this full book about this movie that I have in mind. The characters, everything. While I'm writing, I'm directing this thing in my mind, telling myself, this is how I want it. I even had the actors in mind. That book is still there.
Wow.
You see, that's how it all started. Then in 2014, I met that guy, Kespanyo West and Ricky Rick on Active 99.
Yeah.
Where I was, they were the judges, and I was the winner of the show called, what's the show name again? Shy 99 on Active 99. I was there in SBC2, on that show. So that's how my music career started. Then I told myself, when I came back to PE 2015, when I finished school at the age 21, I told myself, then there was this thing, they handed out the rope. I take this thing and say, hey, follow me. I did write the thing. Let me just go into this thing. Hey, they didn't accept me. But you know what? Through the grace of God, what I did, I went that day because they said the classes start that day. When I got there, hey, everybody's got their t-shirts on and what that. Not knowing just people, were here 2 days before to get the
Oh
stuff,
my
like the books and all the
goodness.
stuff.
Yeah.
So I got that out. Now did say this thing about that.
Mm.
They didn't chase me away. Then after that, I started, then they put you in groups of 5. Then you become like, then you must be a producer, you must be a director, you must everything. So I produced the show. In our documentary, I produced it, and I was the production manager, and the scheduler. So I used to schedule everything, call everybody and tell them, go on to interview and so on and so on. So that's how everything started,
Wow.
and that's how G Situation was born.
Was that here in PE or in Cape Town?
No, that the following started like the passion started in Cape Town, but
the actual filmmaking.
the actual thing started right there in PE.
Wow, that's incredible, man. And what drives you with filmmaking?
You know what drives me for filmmaking? Like there's endless possibilities. There's no limits when it comes, because let me say in the filming, you in your own world, you can do what you want. You see, there's nobody that tells you gotta do this, you gotta do that. You write the thing, you produce it, you direct it to the way that you want. You see, that's what really drives me in the filming industry. You see, and I would love to work with a lot of people. You see. And I have like a few reality shows that I also like want to do, you see. I have like a lot of things that's coming up, South Africa still going to be blown away when my career starts. Oh, it's over. It's over. I'm telling you, it's over.
Cool. So let's talk about the G situation.
Yeah.
Cool. The YouTube channel, and then you also the podcast.
Yeah.
From when you were endorsed by the Township Film Factory, how did you maneuver your way to actually now start your very own podcast and YouTube?
The YouTube, it was opened by a guy in Cape Town. He opened it for me, Then I just changed the name myself, but I had a couple of names. The one was, he created the name, Nick Rap Blast Off. I'm like, nah, it's too long. Nick Rap Blast Off. So for years I didn't worry about that thing. So when we started with this Township Film Factory, they told us, you can use your phone, get yourself like a mic, like my setup that you see that I came with here now. Like I told myself, okay, this is how I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have a phone that the teacher explained to us, you can use your phone, good quality, edit it. Download the editing program and just tell yourself this is how you're gonna do it, and start out. You don't need a big camera or what stuff on so on. Like a lot of us here and the youth, all over the world, all over the globe. We want something before we, if like for instance say I wanna buy a car, then I'm working, but how can I say I'm working. Now I want to have like a lot of money, like a lekker installment to buy this car, where there are options where you can go get the car, then you pay 2 months after that, then you start paying it off, you see. Or maybe you want to start a business, but now you want that full capital to start a business. Why don't you take this 200 rand you have, go buy 3 packets of knickknacks, go buy some juice in Coastal or wherever you're in town, and go to Greenacres, buy whatever you can, then start off your business.
For sure. The small beginnings.
Yeah, you start small, and that's how my career started on YouTube. Then we made this thing called She Knows a Word. I saw this girl on my friend's phone. She made a video. Then I said, can you ask him, and doesn't she want to make one video with me? Then I was like, okay, no problem. He was like, okay, no problem. Then he said, okay, nah, take the number. Then I texted her, It was in 2019 we started with the thing. It was last year we started. So I made this one episode, right? I wrote it and I sent to a season on the other side, I'm on the side. So I write, I direct it, I tell her, you must sit like this and do this and do that.
Yeah.
So we did that thing and see and I had a response on Facebook and YouTube, people like it. Then after that, when we came through with it, I asked the people, would you like, can I say, episode 2? And the guy's like, yeah, Then then I come, then I got a guy, you know, a friend who used to come there with me. I gave him 50 and he borrowed me his polo just to drive up there. So he was, see, I'm not 100% in driving, so he drove around the corner. You see, as I videoized it, he came around the corner. So we just stopped there, you know. I get out of the car, people thought, this guy drove the car, was that so awesome. Then everything was like, okay, you know what? It's cool, there's no stress, there's no problem, you know. I got out. So the thing was so nice that the people started to be interested. You see, and that's how we kicked off. Then we made 9 episodes. But now the thing is that people still want to know is Steven alive. Because Steven, I played the character Steven, she played the character Rihanna. My friend played the character G, which I gave him my name and said, okay, you play G. The other one, a brother also, you see, but that series, that web series was all about, you know, a woman that knows her word, man, that doesn't just give in or let guys sit on their head and all this stuff, you see. It's just the point I wanted to bring across to the youth so they could see that, okay, now, you know, this is how we must be as women, you see. Because at the end of the day, women are the guys between heaven and earth, so what can we do? What can we do? It's a situation. You know?
Cool. So you also started the digital motivation platform.
Yeah.
I want to find out why, and why did you even call it digital motivation? What's the aim of it?
You know, we all on social media these days. You know, and that's a most effective and fast way to reach people. You see, when you go online, like you get your Facebook, you get your Twitter, you get your Instagram, you get your Facebook, and you have your WhatsApp, you have your email, you have your YouTube, you have your Spotify, you have your Apple, you have everything. So what's holding you back? You want to start your own radio show. Why don't you start with your phone and just press record, start talking there, see how can you go on Spotify, on or Apple or something, and put your stuff on there, you know, and start marketing your things. There is that one person, you know, it might be not today, not tomorrow, it might be not next month, next week, next year, it might be in the next 5 years, that the right person will listen to that, you see. Maybe a Gap FM might come across that they're like, oh, let me listen, oh, this guy, this situation, he's got something going here. This guy, nah, call that guy, you know, and tell him, you know, we want to give him a slot of 30 to 1 hour, you know. Tell that guy he must come do his thing right there on the show, you know. And that's how it is, you know, you never know.
Yeah, awesome. So, like, you know, I want to find out, like, what drives you, for example, with the content on all the platforms that you have, you know, whether it's Facebook, whether it's YouTube. You mentioned all these various social media platforms, and actually social media is really powerful.
Very powerful.
Know, very powerful. What content, what do you want your listeners, your viewers, and all these things to take out? You said something important here in your bio that you actually you do ventures, you know, given from churches and the community at large.
Yeah.
You know, what are some of those contents that you do?
You know, when I went to the church, you know, my first interview there, like not interview, like my first thing I had to do, you know, because on a Father's Day, you know, since I don't have a father, I don't know my father, grew up without a father, you know. So I went there, you know, I spoke there with the church people, you know, but you know, sometimes the spirit just leads you, you know, when you do your thing, then, you know, the spirit just take over, because I wrote something down, but when I got there, some of the stuff that I spoke about, I don't know, but when I got to the stage, the people loved it, you know. I told so I got home, I told that uncle, hey, I spoke some stuff there that I don't even know what I was talking, because I didn't speak the stuff I was talking there. The pastor of the church, the apostle of the church, when I came back, I forgot the church name. When I saw him again, I said, hey, the people like you, and they ask, where did I get you, and all this stuff, you see. So whenever I go to a place like, there's this place, what they call it, I forgot the name, but Auntie Yolanda, I think she works there, where Auntie Yolanda works.
Yes.
Where she works, yeah. So I went there, you know. She asked me to motivate the guys. What I want to do, you know, the content I deliver, it depends where it is, you know, what the setup is and where I'm going. You see, maybe, let's say, they invite me to go to a school. I'm going to come to the school, you know. Then, I'm going to say, okay, they want me to come and motivate. I'm going to motivate them in such a way that, okay, we're still in school. I'm going to tell them, you know what? don't be like us who made mistakes while we were in school. Because we had that mentality that, okay, we're getting money here to come to school Monday to Thursday, you know, maybe weekends we also get pocket money. But the time you finish with school, you will face the real world. So you got to start saving now, you know, like put money away, start a small shop, you know. Like I used to sell sweets at school, you know, where, you know, and cigarettes, but that was way back then, you know, in 2014.
Yeah.
You know, and that's how you must start. If you come to like, I encounter with guys, like on the street, like on the corner, I would tell them, you know what, Owens, it doesn't have to be this way. Yes, you in the situation, I don't know your situation. I don't know how it is to be in your situation in the first place. But what I can tell you that is that you will make it in life. You see, nothing worth having comes easy. You just got to be patient. You got to be consistent. The results will show for itself.
That's true.
And another thing is this, when maybe say they invite me to come to, let's say, to guys like successful people, or not like that I've been invited to like to speak with successful people.
Yeah.
But if I have to be invited to successful people and stuff like that, you know, like I'm gonna say like a leadership academy or something, you know, I would tell them straight, like deliver content like that, like this, like you don't have to know, can I say, show off what you have. You see, you gotta be silent, let your achievements speak for itself. You understand? And you don't have to tell people what you did for others, because at the end of the day, what you did for that person, it doesn't count, because you speak now, because it's almost like you want to brag about this thing. You see, do the thing with that person at the sideline, let nobody see, let that person go speak about your goodness. People can say whatever they want, doesn't matter how perfect. Nobody's perfect, but doesn't matter the good you do. People will always see the like the bad in you. Like, let me say, it takes you. It takes you like, it can take you a day to blow off. It can take you a week. It can take you a month. It can take you years to build your career.
For sure.
But what makes to break your career, it can take you like 2 to 3 seconds to break your career of what you write, of what you say, or what you do. You see, whether in social media, whether in public, at home, wherever. You also see like how it goes with the celebrities. They just say one thing, boom, it's a big story. You see, like what this guy, there was there, what is his name, Katlejo? That was on Espresso. The guy who did the outsurance. You see, look there, outsurance cut him out. And what's his name? Espresso cut him out because of the video his wife made about him cheating and stuff like that. You see, it's small stuff that can break you.
For sure. It's easier to break something than to build it. You know, I want to take a detour here quickly. Let's talk about hashtag.
Yes, dear.
You know, you said that you started your own clothing brand in 2014 called hashtag that didn't really reach its full potential, you know, and as you had envisioned it. Yet, and it's still staggering due to lack of resources. I want to find out, because now you were, this is media, and that is fashion and clothing. You know, that is called a clothing line that you're starting. I want to find out what drove you to start it, you know, and what you learned from it, because nothing is really a failure. You know, or something. You know, it's just a step towards,
like
it's a learning curve.
You
know, so please tell us about that experience.
You know, you know, while I was doing music, I got this like I met this wonderful guy. You know, he goes by Mandla. You know, but we normally call him Wale. You know, he has his own clothing brand now. You know, you know, like Mandla Wale is his clothing name now. You know, big ups to that guy. You know, he's all the way in Cape Town. You know, he's doing very good for himself. You know, he's got businesses. You know, a couple of stores in Cape Town. He's all starting to venture out now. To like, he's going all places. That guy, you know. But what I can tell you is that hashtag doesn't exist anymore. You see, but how it started is that I saw that here in Cape Town, a lot of people making their own clothes, and it's easy to start your own clothing brand. You know, just go buy yourself a plain T-shirt. Get the printing company, print it on, and start, you know, making money. So I saw, okay, no, this thing doesn't work out anymore for me. It didn't work out, you see, because I didn't know how to market my brand. Then what I did, I stepped in, and I said, you know what, bring me a T-shirt, I go print it for you, whatever you want on. You see, so I had someone that I work with, this person gives me a nice price because I bring him a lot of clients, you know. And it went on and went on like that because, and people started calling me, you know. My biggest client so far was Eckermans. You see, yeah, Eckermans there in MetLife Plaza and Kabega Park. Those were my biggest clients so far. But I'm not printing t-shirts for people anymore because I'm focusing like on my podcast mostly now. You see. Yeah, that's how hashtag stopped. Even though I didn't make hashtag t-shirts or so on and so on, I kept the name hashtag. You know? I wasn't registered, but I kept the name hashtag. People knew, okay, yeah, let's go there to that guy, the hashtag guy, you know. I print the t-shirt to the people. They bring me this and tell me, you know what? We want this, happy birthday, daddy, happy birthday, mommy, happy birthday, this and so on and so on. Put some names on and that. Then I print it for the people. Then I tell them, okay, right, 50% up front. I do it for you. If you bring your own t-shirt, you get the discount also because you bring in your own t-shirt and all stuff. Then I give people quality and all the stuff, you know. I give them quality, what they want, what they're paying for.
Awesome. And I was saying, you know, that a business, you know, like building a business operates on business principles. You know, principles of what hard work. You know, you have to be smart. You know, this demand market. You know, kind of things. This, you know, fundamental business. You know, operations. So when a business quote fails, because you know, failure is the ultimate failure is actually giving up. You know, that's the only failure. Everything else can be turned around to be actually a learning curve.
That's the
right. So in your operations, you know, with the hashtag, what do you think is the greatest lesson that you took out of that?
You know, the greatest lesson for me, you know, is
that you can actually implement on the next thing. You say, okay, no, I learned this, okay, from this, you know, business or this venture. Now, when I start something else in the future, I'm gonna be careful. You know, I'm gonna consider this and that, because we don't know everything.
Yeah, you know, my biggest lesson is that, you know, the consistency wasn't there. You know, and that time I didn't know how to use money. When the money came in, you know, and the guy's having a party this weekend, yeah, money come there, let's go. You see, like. I didn't know, you know, I didn't know how to manage money. So
yes,
I also have like started a wood business, you know. So, but for the recent days of a few weeks now, say 2 months, I didn't sell wood because I got work, you see. But I left that work due to because I wanna pursue what I wanna do, you see. So I told myself, if this thing that I wanna do doesn't succeed in the next 2 years from now until 2021 or 2022, then I will go find work, you see. But if this thing succeeds that I want to do, that my heart tells me do this thing all these years, go do it, then I'm going to continue with it, you see. So I told myself, next time when I do something, number one, manage my money carefully, you know, be consistent, you know, never give up, believe, you know, seize the moment, you know, when I wake up, you know. And number 5 is, I gotta make sure that my marketing strategy is always there. You see, sometimes you can just share a link on Facebook, WhatsApp, tell people, you know, share this, you know,
WhatsApp
like
status.
Yeah, then the people say it to all these WhatsApp statuses, and that's how people will start to get to know you.
For sure, because you have to be visible.
Yeah,
that's what it is. You know, marketing
know,
and publicity.
This guy is doing his thing.
Yes, you have to be visible, and you know, that's part of branding.
Yeah,
being visible.
People,
exactly. Well, you know, like that's really incredible because you said, you know, one thing, money management, you know, and stuff like that, which is like, you know, something that all of us have to learn when you're running a business. You know, like, okay, cool, it's not my money.
Yeah.
It's the business's money, you know. It's not.
Because without money, you know, sometimes a business can't function.
Exactly. And a business is an entity, is a person.
Yeah.
Just like you are, you know. So you're stealing money from another person.
And sometimes I always tell people, you know, when you might be selling something, or on the street, your street vendor something, but now you have this little cash. Wait until that stock you've bought is finished. Then you see what your profit is. You see, when you see, okay, I've made my profit. Here's the money for the next batch. Go buy it, but make sure you don't use the profit you don't finish up the profit that you have at the moment right now.
Yeah.
You take that money, you put it away, and only use a small portion.
For sure.
Like, look now, it's 2021. We're in this pandemic now, 2020 was a tough year that nobody expected. But what I can say is that doesn't matter who you are, doesn't matter what you do, you can be, you can be the richest person, right? If you have money, you can buy whatever you want, because you never know will you be here tomorrow, You don't know what God's plan is.
Yeah.
You see? Maybe God's plan might be tomorrow, this is the biggest radio station there is in South Africa, you understand?
Yeah.
Metro FM might be number 2, Agape number 1, you understand?
Sure.
You never know what's going to happen. But what I'm saying to people that's listening now, even though you're watching, what I want to tell you is that whenever you go into a ShopRite, Checkers, Spa, or whatever, or Pick and Pay, make sure that you think economically. You're going to buy what you need. You're not going to buy what you want. If you want to buy what you want, make sure that your capital is ready that you have.
For sure.
You see, on you, and your budget, goes according to what you want. So you got to think economically. Hey, do I need this pair of tickets? Do I need that? Okay, I have a few there. Do I need this jacket now? No, man, no. Let me first sort out the, the kids, all the stuff, That's how we must think now, you see, to become successful in life. And another thing I want to give people is that, whatever maybe, Johnny, I give you 200 rand.
Yeah.
From that 200 rand, you got to take 20 rand, take a 20% and put it away, because I've learned the thing, when people give you something, take 20% of that and put it away.
For sure.
You understand? Look now, when we were on school, if I had this mindset that I had now on school, I probably
you'll be far.
I probably would have set up like yours now, like my own podcast where I have Casper, your Ricky Rich, you're all the kind of people at my station, I would have maybe been the biggest radio station now at the moment,
For sure.
I would have been the biggest radio station now,
For sure.
The Situation podcast, people would have known about it.
For sure. Yeah.
Sponsors coming in, you just name it, you're looking flashy, you see, snazzy there, getting out of the car, VIP sections, you just name it. But one thing I can tell, there's my woman, my girlfriend, she supports me a lot, Yeah. So we got a 6 months here, a baby that's 6 months, and we got a son. The baby is a girl, and the son is he's 5 years old now.
Wow.
I think 5, 6, yeah.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah, but she's very supportive. She and her family, I love her. The birds,
Awesome.
Yeah,
shout out to
you, Kaylin, but boy.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. So let's talk about this statement that you made here on your bio. You said that you thank God for how far He has brought you, because without Him, you would not have been able to achieve what what you have. In your own words, you said you give glory, all the glory to God.
Yeah.
What does God mean to you? How important, a role does God play in your life?
God plays a very important role in all our lives, because we as people, we sometimes take things for granted, you understand? Like a video I made recently saying that, you woke up this morning, you're not in jail, you're not in a sick bed, you're not in your deathbed, you're not in hospital, you're not in a mortuary, you're not injured or something. You can speak, you can feel, you can touch, you can taste, you can hear, you can smell. So you gotta be thankful for the grace of God, because without Him, you wouldn't have been here. There's people who didn't wake up, you understand? You gotta be thankful for all the stuff that God is doing to you, because we wake up, we want to complain, yes, oh God, this again now, this and that, you understand?
Yeah.
So we as people, we intend, like, how can I say, to forget that God exists, you see, and you can see what's happening here in the world out here, you see. Like me, first I didn't believe in God, but the moment I gave my heart to God, I know it was in 2015, yeah, right? I think 2015 or 16. No, it was the end of the year 2015. Yeah, right there in PE. That's when things started to become better for me, you see, and things. You can see a change in your life when you have God in your life.
For sure.
You understand?
Yeah.
I know as time goes on, you're gonna, you're gonna tell yourself, hey, when you first accept God, like with me, fire, you know, you like there, you like front row seat. I was always there in the front, always front row seat, you see. So, but as time goes on, you see, you see yourself, okay, no, man, you know, it's not always about, you know, wearing suits, you know, having a Bible, you gotta be there, you gotta do this, and all that stuff. I told myself, you know what, I'm gonna be me, you know, I'm gonna just be myself, you know. When I even go to church, I wear my chains, you know. I gotta, you know, I gotta shine. I'm not gonna say shine. I gotta stand out. People gotta notice. Know the situation is in the body. The guy is here to stay. That's him. So wherever, you know, then I wear my skinny jeans, you know. Sometimes I wear my shirt, you know. I'm gonna make sure that whatever I wear, I do stand out. That you must notice me and say, okay, now that guy is in the body. That's that guy that only wear white t-shirts. Okay, there's the G situation right there. And wherever I sit, I make sure that you have to notice me, you know. But whatever we do, you know, in life, that God is the foundation, you know. There's nothing we can do without God. You can have a lot of money and all that stuff, but if you want your business to prosper, you gotta give God the glory.
For sure.
Because we live in a we live in a movie that's already written, that's already been directed. You know, it's in the Bible. The Bible over there. That's the script we're all living in, because the stuff that's in the Bible is the stuff that are being said. That's happening now.
Yeah, for sure.
You see, the stuff that's being said, there's things like that's happening now. Like the story of Cain and Abel. As these things happen.
For sure.
You know, the one is jealous of the other one. You understand? But yeah, what can we do? All we have to do is we gotta never forget to pray. Like AKA said in his music, don't forget to pray.
For sure.
Understand?
We're gonna just quickly go because of time. You said that this is your motto in life. Hard work and consistency bring forth success. And I believe you've learned this probably, you know, in a difficult way, you know, especially from your hashtag or, you know, and other situations in life. You know, how would you really advise somebody who's listening to us right now about your motto? You know, hard work, consistency.
You know, to all the viewers on Facebook and the listeners, all I can advise you is that whatever you do, you know, number one, I'm going to say it like this. Never seek validation from no one. You understand? And number two is that whenever you get rejected, just know that the expensive things are rejected by those who can't afford them. You got to understand. I'm going to say it again. The most expensive things are rejected by those who can't afford them. You're going to walk into a shop, you're going to see something, oh, I can't afford it, let me buy this. You see? Now, the thing, they don't see in, you know, no, sorry. You don't see what people see in you unless you're signing. You understand? Whenever they reject you, just know that they don't want you to infiltrate their circle, because the moment you infiltrate their circle, you're going to steal the limelight. People's eyes will be on you when you infiltrate their friendship, when you're at work. You understand? You got to know that for sure. And number three is this. When you do something, put your blood, sweat, and your heart in, you know, believe in that thing, you know. Never give up. People going to say a lot of things to put you off the rail, you know, like telling you, no, this thing is not going to work out. This dream you're dreaming is too big. Nothing is impossible. The word alone, impossible, means I am possible. Take the I and the M, you leave it one side, possible, I am possible. There's nothing such as impossible, you know.
Wow.
We will say it's impossible, but in God it's possible.
Amen.
You understand?
In fact, the Bible says everything is possible.
Everything is possible.
You must just believe.
That's
the thing, you know, because there is principles in life, and they do not know the difference between black and white, red and yellow. You know, they all know certain principles: hard work, consistency, diligence, faithfulness. Life is life. Laws apply to everyone, just like the law of gravity applies to every single person. It doesn't matter how tall you are or how short you are, you know, or what name you carry. Gravity applies to everyone. So we are wrapping up, but we have a tradition here. You have to speak a word of, basically speak a word of encouragement or inspiration. And before we do that, how can people get to you? If somebody wants to find out, okay, cool, man, I hear that you're doing this podcast and you have this thing, and I want to feature on some of the things that you do. How can they get in touch with you? And then you can give them the word of inspiration.
You know, if you want to get in touch with me on Facebook, it's Nicholas Mangena. Nicholas Mangena with the Nicholas Mangena. You know, not the NICO, it's NICH, Nicholas Mangena. You want to get in touch with me, the number is easy, 081 724 6000. The number is 081 724 6000. You can get me on Twitter at G-Situation, you know. Yeah, I don't use Instagram anymore. It takes too much data. Yeah, that's where you can get me on Twitter, G-Situation, Facebook, Nicholas Mangena, on WhatsApp, 081 724 6000. That's how it is. You know, let me leave you with this last word, you know. When a bird is alive, it eats ants and worms. But when the bird is dead, the ants and worms eat the bird. It takes one tree to make 1,000,000 matchsticks, but it will take one matchstick to burn 1,000,000 trees. It doesn't matter in what position you are today. You might be powerful, but tomorrow's promised to no one. You don't know what tomorrow holds for you. So make sure that you treat people the same way that you want to be treated. Treat people right. If you want to be treated with respect, respect is a two-way street. So you gotta respect people if you want to be respected. It's your boy Nicholas Mangena, aka T-Situation is what we do right there on the Encounter Show, you know, right there. I love you all, you know. I hope that you've learned something from me, because we learn every day. So yeah, that's what we do. I hope you're gonna follow me, you know. Make sure that you subscribe if you go on my YouTube channel at G-Situation. On my YouTube channel, it's G-Situation. So make sure that you subscribe on my YouTube channel. I love you all. You know, it's been nice to be in here, you know. Monday to Thursday, 1 p.m. on my YouTube channel. You know, I love you all.
Awesome. That was Nicholas Mangena.
Yes, sir.
And of G Situation. Ladies and gents, thank you for tuning in. We've come to the end of the Encounter Me. This is where we encounter God in our conversations. This is the relevance, the importance, you know, of God in our lives. And it's been an amazing session. We're going to listen to Frank Edwards. Stay tuned. Much more is still to come. God richly bless you.
Amen.